Why do so many smart people struggle with money? You can be a genius, have an advanced degree, and understand complex spreadsheets, but still make terrible financial decisions. And on the other hand, you can see people with no formal financial training build incredible wealth. Why is that? It's because managing money isn't about what you know, it's about how you behave. It's not a math problem, it's a psychology problem. Today, we're diving into a book that clears the fog around this topic, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This isn't a book about what stocks to pick or how to budget. It's a book about the timeless patterns of human behavior and our strange relationship with money. It will change the way you think about wealth, greed, and happiness. Part 1. The Mindset of Money. Redefining your relationship with wealth. Before we can talk about how to build wealth, we need to understand what it's for. A key lesson is people admire your Lambo, not you. We often think that buying luxury goods will bring us respect and admiration, but Housel points out a simple truth. When someone sees you in a fancy car, they don't think, wow, that person is so cool. They think, wow, if I had that car, I'd be cool. You get far more respect from people through kindness, humility, and integrity than you ever will from horsepower. So, if not for status, what is money for? The answer is simple. Use money to gain freedom. The greatest value money can buy is control over your own time. The ultimate form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. That freedom, the freedom to change careers, to handle an emergency, to spend time with loved ones, is the highest return on investment your money can ever provide. This leads to a profound question. Know when you have enough. Author Kurt Vonnegut was at a party with fellow author Joseph Heller, whose novel Catch-22 had sold millions. Vonnegut pointed out that their billionaire host made more money in a single day than Heller's book had made in its entire history. Heller's reply was legendary. Yes, but I have something he will never have, the knowledge that I have enough. Enough is not a number, it's a feeling. An insatiable appetite for more, the inability to say enough, is what leads to ruin, as we saw with figures like Bernie Madoff. There is no reason to risk what you have and need for something you don't have and don't need. The hardest financial skill is getting the goalposts to stop moving, and the key to this is a simple equation: less ego, more wealth. Housel writes that saving money is simply the gap between your income and ego. The most effective way to save more isn't necessarily to earn more, it's to desire less. Wealth is created by suppressing what you could buy today in order to have more options tomorrow. Part 2. The Mechanics, the unseen engine of building wealth. Once your mindset is right, how do you actually build wealth? The single most powerful force is time. Housel jokes that the best investing book ever written should be titled Shut Up and Wait. The secret to Warren Buffett's incredible wealth isn't just that he's a great investor, it's that he has been a great investor since he was 10 years old. The real magic is in the decades of uninterrupted compounding. This leads to a crucial distinction. Wealth is what you don't see. Being rich is about current income. You see a rich person spending money. But wealth is hidden. Wealth is the money that hasn't been spent. It's the stocks and bonds quietly compounding in an investment portfolio. It's the financial assets that give you freedom and options. With that in mind, you don't always need a specific reason to save. We're taught to save for a goal, a car, a down payment, a vacation, but Housel argues that the best reason to save is simply for saving's sake. Saving is a hedge against life's inevitable and unpredictable surprises. That means you must plan on the plan not going according to plan. Life will always throw you curveballs. Your financial plan needs room for error, a buffer that protects you from the things you can't see coming. That's why saving, even without a specific goal, is so critical.
Part 3. The Reality Check. Navigating a Messy World. The real world is not a spreadsheet. It's messy, emotional, and unpredictable. First, remember that no one is crazy. We all do seemingly weird things with money, but our decisions are shaped by our unique life experiences. Someone who grew up during the Great Depression or lived through the 2008 financial crisis will view risks completely differently than someone who came of age during the 1990s tech boom. What looks crazy to you might make perfect sense to them based on their personal history. We also have to acknowledge the role of luck versus hard work. Bill Gates is a genius, but he himself admits that if he hadn't attended one of the only high schools in the world with a computer in 1968, Microsoft might not exist. Success is never just hard work. There is always an element of luck. This should make us humble when we succeed and more forgiving when we fail. This is why getting rich and staying rich are two different skills. Getting rich often requires taking risks and being optimistic, but staying rich requires the opposite: humility, frugality, and a healthy fear that what you've made can be taken away just as quickly. You need a survival mentality. Small gains are not worth risking everything for once you have enough. When you invest, you have to understand that you are paying a price for returns. Market volatility, fear, and uncertainty aren't a fine you pay for doing something wrong. They are the fee for admission. It's the price you pay for the ticket to the incredible long-term returns that build wealth. And here's some good news. In investing, you don't have to be right all the time. In fact, you can be wrong most of the time and still do very well. A few big winners will often drive the vast majority of your returns. Walt Disney was nearly bankrupt before the massive success of Snow White paid for everything. Your goal isn't to avoid mistakes. It's to survive long enough to let your big wins work their magic. Finally, allow yourself to change and aim to sleep well at night. Life is not a single 80-year marathon. It's a series of shorter chapters. Your goals will change. When they do, accept the change and move on. And remember, you are not a robot. The mathematically optimal financial strategy is useless if it causes you so much stress that you can't sleep and abandon it. Instead of being strictly rational, aim to be reasonable. A reasonable plan that you can stick with for the long haul is infinitely better than a perfect one you can't. The psychology of money teaches us that our relationship with money is deeply personal and emotional. The true goal of wealth is not to buy more stuff, but to buy more freedom. It's about managing your expectations, knowing when you have enough, and understanding the incredible power of time. It's about being humble, having room for error, and creating a financial life that lets you sleep peacefully at night. If this deep dive into the psychology behind our financial decisions has given you a new perspective, you're in the right place. That's what we do here at The Book Whisperer. We break down powerful, life-changing books to give you the tools you need to solve real-world problems. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next breakdown.